How's it going, YouTube? The frame's a full roller now. Got the whole front suspension in, as far as springs, upper and lower control arms, and shocks. I had to replace one of the ball joints, which the ball joints are the Spohn Super Travel ball joints, which I wasn't too pleased about. It ended up, I tried, when we were lowering it down into the spindle, and I got a couple threads in, and just hand tightening it on the first couple threads, this ball joint here ended up stripping the threads out, which I was pretty pissed about, because these ball joints are 40 bucks a piece. But tried it again, and this time we used disc brake grease just to kind of lube around the shaft and inside the spindle, which it helped a little bit. And I have Speedway upper control arms and Spohn lower control arms. These Spohn lowers are really nice, and also kind of a pain in the butt compared to stock, because they have this bucket inside here, and there is a, you're not going to be able to see it, but inside on the bottom there is there's a spot where the spring has to go, because they have the lower completely fitted to the spring, so it has to go in a certain way. So the end of the coil has to go in a certain position in the lower control arm too, which just kind of makes it more of a pain in the butt installing it, because it took me, my buddy, and my girl out here sitting on the frame, jumping up and down to try and get a couple threads in this top one so we could start threading it in, which once we did that, it didn't take too long. And I already started running my fuel lines. I'm going to start getting the frame prepped for when I can get the frame back underneath the body and drop the body back down on it. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can, like running my fuel lines, all the brake lines from the rear all the way up to the front, and anything else that I can think of before I put the body back on. Because the rear brake lines, especially the one that goes, the one that comes from the side here and goes inside this hole right here, the way it's bent, you can't get that on or out with the body on. Because I found that out before I took the body off. Because it comes through this hole and then straight down through this, which is it's supposed to help or hold it in place so it doesn't move. And at least I couldn't figure it out, so, but as far as I know, that's how those brake lines gotta go. But for the most part, I'll be able to run most of the stuff, which I'm hopefully by the end of the month I'll have my brake lines and be pretty close to ready to putting the frame back on the body. And I also wanted to talk about, since we did get it a roller, we noticed that, I'm going to jack it up here on the one side, you can definitely tell how stiff this frame is already after me doing stuff. And right there, this tire is off the ground. It's not on the ground. And you can see how straight that frame is. That tire's pretty far off the ground. I can go higher so you can see clearly. But that tire is clearly off the ground, and you can see how little movement there is in that frame. Even on the back side, you can see where it's squatting in the back there. So I'm pretty pleased with the strengthening that I've already done. And this transmission cross member isn't even bolted up either, which that'll add more stability too. But for the most part, you can see how stiff that frame is. So I'm pretty excited. But for now, there you go.